Hey guys, Travis here with Alex Penn at the Cloud9 house. Alex, I just want to talk to you because there's been a lot of discussion and chatter on Reddit recently about people who want to get jobs working with teams, and obviously you're an example of that with Cloud9.
Yeah.
So first off, let me ask you, how have you been?
I've been good.
Yeah.
It's been exciting this entire 2 months. It's been 2 months now since I moved all the way across the country, so it's still crazy and surreal.
Yeah. Well, I should ask you first, is it even worth it to try and pursue a job working with a team? Because you've had to work with these guys for 2 months now. So.
I mean, I live with like 5 children, so take that as you will.
Yeah.
If you want to live with 5 children, then go for it.
So we've heard that you're kind of the team mother for Cloud9?
Whoa, 5 children? 4.
4 children. Lemon's the only non-child.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, I like that we're getting comments from the peanut gallery.
Yeah, exactly.
Either way, so hopefully we don't have to censor too much of this.
Yeah.
Because they're screaming obscenities in the background. But it kind of goes back to your point about living with children. Right?
Yeah.
So you live with these guys. What's your responsibilities?
Making sure they don't die. I don't know. I'm the only one with a car too, so yeah. It's like a lot of that stuff. Like today we had to go to the laundromat and then go to the store and go to the bank and like making sure they don't die and they can actually spend their money. And then Medius is being very distracting in the background, but you know that's what the team does because they're children. Mm-hmm. They're all 5 basically. Yeah. I'd say approximate maturity level of about 5-year-old, maybe 8. I don't know.
So Medios is kind of a kid. How do you fit all these guys into your car?
Very legally.
Yeah. All right. Sounds definitive. I want to go back to it. So it sounds awful. So is it actually worth it at the end of the day?
I mean, it's awesome being able to watch the games and see the guys who've been preparing all week to actually do well. So I don't know. I haven't had to experience the losing streak aspect of that yet. Because I've been fortunate enough to join a team that's been doing well, and yeah.
But from what you can tell, working with a team is worth it.
Yeah, it's really fun. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. I would hate myself if I passed this opportunity up.
So, what does it take to do this? Because there's been so many threads recently about people that are like, I want to be an analyst. I want to be. Some people say like they want to be a house chef. So. What's the best way, if you were talking to somebody who wanted to do this, to get in with a team? I don't know. That's
such a hard question because for most of us, like in esports, we've been doing it for a little while. Like I've been in it for a year before I did anything. I started Leaguepedia in March of last year, so it was 14 months before I ended up in this spot, and it all started from just a random tweet because Hai was just like looking for a manager at the time before he was with Cloud9 when he was with Quantic. They're just like, how about you just be our manager and come live with us? And I just started it. And then I Skyped him and was like, is this real? Is something happen? And then it ended up taking a couple months, but then I ended up picking up everything and driving from Austin all the way here.
So was he joking with you with that tweet, or was that?
Yeah, it was it was a joke, and then it turned into not a joke, and then it just happened. So knowing the right people and, being friends with everybody, getting along with everyone, and then having some sort of value that you can market for yourself.
So you would say that perhaps if you want to start working with a team, maybe not the best thing to do is just to start immediately approaching team, maybe sort of establish yourself.
Right. I mean, whether that be writing or starting your own site or doing articles about analysis or something like that, something that you can tangibly show more than here's my qualifications of why I think because esports is all about applying it directly to esports, not like, okay, so I did this in regular sports or in this or in that. Just finding how exactly you would be able to affect a League of Legends team.
Mm-hmm. What was the process like in coming in as the analyst? Because you said initially he said possibly a manager.
Yeah,
obviously they have a general manager.
It would have been manager with an emphasis on analysis, and then they ended up leaving Quantic. And then I was very uncertain on if I was going to be able to do anything because I didn't really know Jack at the time. So then it moved into me talking to Jack to see if he still wanted to bring me on, which took another couple weeks. And then it just ended up with him paying for the money for me to drive all the way out here. So it was pretty stressful overall, because I got so close and then they left Quantic and I was like, shit, what now? No, I was so ready to move and just get out here in California. So I was very fortunate that it happened.
So you would say it requires a lot of patience?
Yeah, patience and a little bit of luck, a lot of bit of luck in esports. I mean, I feel like nobody in esports would disagree with that. Definitely takes luck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to impose too much of my own stuff in interviews, but just for the sake of discussion, I mean, I would say that very much from my perspective as well, it takes a lot of luck and also just patience.
Yeah.
It takes a long time to get things
Patience and just working at what you think you're good at and just refining what you're good at.
Yeah. All right, so what's perhaps a good way to approach these guys?
I don't even, that's such a hard question because for me it was, I started Leaguepedia and then it was like, that was just, if you wanted, everybody wants to be on Leaguepedia, right? Like the players and the teams, especially the organizations, want their pages. After we got enough popularity, you know, those pages are important to have, like your sponsors on there, your achievements on there, so like people know who you are and can like look through and figure out more about you and where to go to find more about you. So I was very fortunate in an easier way to be able to contact pro players and managers and stuff because they found value in my service. You know, and being able to talk to me and be like, hey, this isn't updated, you know, and just send me on Skype. So like, I don't know, I probably have like 400 Skype contacts of just esports people, and it's like, this is such a mess, and I'll try to go through them and remove people, and I'm like, they'll probably message me about something. I can't remove that person or that person. So just finding a reason for why they want to talk to you, like, and it's hard. Like that's not something that's easy to do. And I don't think getting into esports is easy in any way. So, yeah, it's really difficult to figure out your way into contacting people.
There's been some Reddit threads recently that were like, oh, you know, I'm just going to go to this event and meet people and not leave without getting a job or something like that. Do you think that that's a good way to go about it?
I don't know. For me, I didn't go to my first event until Season 2 Championships last year. And at that point, I already knew a lot of people. So it was a little different. Like I can remember meeting some of the players for the first time, but I had talked to them for so much online, like Skara giving me like some weird look and be like, I think I know you, and then like meeting other people that are like I've talked to on daily basis even, you know. So it's hard to meet people at events, especially like if you're not someone who's established in esports. To have a conversation with people is easy, but to like really get to know them, because there's always like a ton of fans and stuff, like one-on-one situations are pretty difficult to get into unless you're like in the press area or something, like, or the VIP. So I don't think I could really recommend doing that. It could be a good place to start to get connections, but it's really hard. Like make sure you come with business cards. That would be like the one thing you could do, but just somehow make an impression. Like you want people to remember who you are and like your face, and like if they see you again at another event, like, oh hey, you're X person from X, you know. But it's really difficult. Like it's such a small group still.
So let's just sort of wrap up and sum up the interview. If you had maybe 2 or 3 tips to give somebody who wants to work with a team, just like something definitive.
All right.
I know it's kind of hard to think of.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's see. An analyst.
Right. Come up with concrete like work that you could present as to like what you would do, whether it's like analysis for like what you want, if you want to do analysis or interviews or whatever, you know, some sort of content that you can show them, whether that's public content or content that you have like your own that you just show people that could be potential employers. Just get to know people, like become friends with people. Like friendship and like relationships in esports is like one of the most important things. Like networking, not even just like business networking, but just like knowing people at a personal level. So like even if you don't get a job with that person you're talking to, maybe they have something they can recommend you to because they know you as a person and can actually recommend you as like more than just your work. And then one more. I don't know, just work hard, like hustle, and just don't, if you really want to do it, just don't give up and just keep trying. Because like it may take some luck, but with patience you can land something.
Very good. Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Alex Penn, for the interview.
Yeah, no problem.
Do you have any shout-outs, plugs you want to say here at the end?
Oh man, let's see if I can remember my sponsors. Can we cut this and start it over?
Yeah, we can.
All right. All right.
All right, thank you so much, Alex Penn, for the interview. Really good insight. You have any shout-outs, plugs you want to make?
Yeah, HyperX, iBuyPower, Astro, Crunchyroll, LOL Class, and
Cooler master.
Cooler master.
And Medios.
Medios is just over there just like pointing at himself. I'm like, that's not helping me, Medios.
Very good. Well, thank you so much, dude.
Thank you.
For everyone, this is Travis. You can check out the rest of our coverage of esports and the LCS and all that good stuff at gamespot.com/esports.